Hello YouTube! Magicpotato here with a little bit of a different setup for my Minecraft Let's Play. Uh, Partly because, as you can see, I am just doing some expansions on the village. Now improving a few buildings, and even though it would only be like a couple buildings, just doing it would take hours, and I'm not going to do hour-long videos of just me trying to improve or build some new buildings in this village, especially when I do still go into periods of just suddenly going quiet because I am concentrating. So that's why the footage of this is sped up to like 3.5 times its speed. So I also apologize if this is coming off a little jarring for some viewers. And I am also recording my voice post after doing this gameplay. And I'm just using this as a chance to just also go over a few things. Yeah, I haven't been posting regularly, which I know it's probably only been like a week or two. Just at-home issues and work issues. None of it I'd say is too serious. It is just had my attention divided. Just trying to keep up on all of that. But I do have some good news. I don't think or at least I don't remember if I went over this in the last video, but my Elgato, my boyfriend and I managed to figure out what was going on with my Elgato, and by figure out, we just managed to hit the right sequence of things, and we got it working. It is now recording gameplay, video, and audio. That was the issue. It wasn't picking up on the game audio for some reason. It is now. So I definitely intend to do that Jacktubes Let's Play. That is coming. I promise you it is coming. And I am still looking forward to it. Now, though it may still be a while for you guys before you see it, just so I have a chance to do some recording, do some sessions, and being able to have enough videos of it built up so that should I encounter another period of getting multiple shifts at work like I am right now, I will still be able to give you videos of my Let's Play on a timely manner without then going into periods of you guys waiting weeks for it. I may still keep with my original thing of, posting up one video a week. Now, if I'm going to do it in Minecraft, then I can at least make it 2. But, again, I've been busy, so I haven't even been on Minecraft in a while. As of me recording my own thoughts here, I have not been back on Minecraft in a while. I actually did jump in just a little bit last night, and I did do some things around the village, that I did not record. So you won't be able to see some of the little extra stuff that aren't in here until the next one. But yeah. Let's see. I would still... See, this is why I go into periods where my brain goes offwhere and suddenly I go silent. You know, I get focused on something or doing something and I forget, oh, I am trying to do a YouTube channel to talk to you guys. You know, I have to pretend I have an audience in front of me. Anyways. There is an event coming up for me this weekend that I'm really looking forward to, and if you live in my area, then you're probably also looking forward to this. We have a Comic-Con coming up. Not New York Comic-Con. I do not live in New York City or New York State. I don't think I'm about to talk about where I live just yet, but I can promise you I do not live anywhere within the New York State. No, so this is a different Comic-Con, but this Comic-Con, oh boy, the lineup for this Comic-Con is going to be something. Let me go to the website, because really there's only one name I care about. There's only like really one person I'm looking forward to seeing, and that's James Arnold frickin' Taylor. The voice of Ratchet is going to be there, and I am just so giddy for it. Like, I just decided when I went to the site to get my ticket, and I just decided to check out the lineup. I scroll down, there it is, like, what? And where I work, which is also near a mall, the food court in that mall has a big billboard. And that billboard, well, it's not a billboard, it's like a screen, a big monitor they use for advertising. And one of the advertisements on there was the Tidewater Comic-Con. And now I just kind of gave away where I live. Yes, it was the Comic-Con. And it always shows, like, not the voice actors themselves, but rather images of their characters. And I see Ratchet up there. It's like, wait, James Arnold Taylor's going to be there? Because, you know, Ratchet's there. He's in the corner, so shame on them for putting him in the corner, but he is up front invisible. And so I go to check out the website, and sure enough, and it's not just him. So yeah, James Arnold Taylor isn't just the voice of Ratchet. If you're a big Star Wars fan, especially for the Clone Wars series, then you know he is also the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes. However, there is more. Because not only is James Arnold Taylor the voice of Obi-Wan and Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank gonna be there, we also have, and I might botch some of these names, so bear with me, Ashley Eckstein, the voice of Ahsoka, Matt Leonard, the voice of Anakin. Catherine Taber, the voice of Leia. And Nika Furterman, the voice of the one Sith chick whose name I do not remember. She was the bald lady, the evil bald lady. I'm sorry, I do not remember that character's name, but yes, they've got a very big Star Wars lineup to get like 5 of the Clone Wars like main character cast there. I'm really hoping there's going to be a panel with all 5, maybe like a tabletop reenactment of one of the Star Wars episodes. That'd be something. Oh man. Yeah. But like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing James Arnold Taylor. So that is happening for me this weekend. Will I be able to go to that while recording some Jak and Daxter footage? Probably not. I will probably try to do that the night before, but probably not. Oh well. Yeah, by the time this video comes out, NekoCon not NekoCon. Tidewater Comic Con. NekoCon's a different one I go to. By the time this comes out, Tidewater Comic Con would have already happened for me. So yeah. I guess on the circling back to James Arnold Taylor really quick, Ratchet and Clank is definitely going to be a game on my to-do list for this channel. It's a little bit of a debate in my head of doing the more newer ones, the ones that came during and after the PS3 era, Tools of Destructions and so on. But while I do like the one remake they did of the first Ratchet and Clank game, a part of me does also want to play the original PS2 games of Ratchet and Clank. So yeah. I'm probably going to be putting in some royalty-free Minecraft music in the middle of this, just because of my still blankness that seems to pop up every now and then. It's from Pixabay, and I don't know if it is Minecraft music, but it is royalty free. And just to be clear, this isn't like a me sponsoring or me being asked to sponsor Pixabay, but it's what I've been using. So they have royalty free music, royalty free images. So yeah, it's been a good thing to have on hand. I guess another subject I like to try to cover in this will be Subnautica 2 that just dropped. That is one I've been looking forward to, and surprisingly haven't been looking much into it or any information having to do with it. But yeah, it just dropped. Mark and Jack's Fact the guy have already started playing it. I, however, will probably be holding off, both on watching their videos, watching any trailers as much as possible. I actually want to go into that one as blind as possible. And right now I'm looking at going in there probably about 90 to 95% blind. Because it's multiplayer, and I'm looking forward to playing it with my boyfriend. But I would also like to do it here on the channel. Either as a series things of me and my boyfriend playing games together, or maybe we'll make our own new channel together. We'll see. I would still have to talk to him about that. But yeah, that is one I am looking forward to. He has been playing Subnautica, at least Subnautica 1, in preparation. There was this one time where he was in the defense turret, the big cannon on the island, and he's down there in the bay. And you all know how there's that Leviathan, the Reaper Leviathan, that's off on the other side of it. Yeah, I guess it was sensing him in there. It was sensing him within the proximity. So it was, of course, all lashing out and stuff. But because he is inside and it's not allowed to enter into that area where he was, it was everything except its head was clipping through the wall. So even though he's technically in an area where he's completely safe and it won't kill him, it's still setting off the alarm bells in our heads. Watching this thing just go this massive body clipping through the wall. I'd have to check to see how much progress he's made in it. It's been a while. I like to say he's beaten it. Yeah. But yeah, at least he's gotten his fins wet somewhat on planet 4546b with the first game. I have at least played the first and second game. So I definitely am more familiar with this world. it is easy to be scared about going down below, and yet at the same time, I look forward to it, because in case I haven't given myself away, I live in an area that's like 30 minutes from the coast. I live near beach. And I've lived near said beach for like most of my life. So at this point, if I do move, it's gotta be somewhere that's still near the coast. It can either be here on the East Coast, or it could be on the West Coast. But at the end of the day, I need the beach in my life. It has been there through like if not a good majority of my life, then my whole life. I was born on a naval base near the coast, so yeah. I need the beach in my life. So yeah. Okay, so let's see. Any other topics to get into? Guess one, or possibly two. Mainly some games I could try playing on here, but it's less about what the games are and how I want to do it. Which, just being able to pull off one of them would be me completing an interesting challenge? Maybe not so much challenge, just like, oh, doing it this way. Okay, that's cool, kind of thing. And that's playing games off of the PS1. Like, actually off of our PS1. In our household, we ended up being, for a long time, primarily PlayStation games. Not because we thought that PlayStation was, like, better than anything else. That's just how it ended up being. Our first console in this house was a PS1. Or perhaps a Game Boy Color, if we want to include portable consoles. So I guess technically my brother's Game Boy Color was the first in this house. But yeah, we have had every PlayStation minus the PSP. We've had a 1, 2, 3, 4. A couple years ago, I got the 5 for Christmas. And by that, I mean I bought it because I really wanted one. But I did say I bought it for the family, so technically everyone else should be able to play on it too. Though my mom is still stuck on Destiny Island in Kingdom Hearts, questioning why Kairi is making a necklace out of seashells. She still goes on about it too whenever it's brought up. Mom just never got into games, and that's fine. Yeah, Dad definitely got into games, at least with like the Fallout series. So who knows? But yeah, being able to actually play like some retro PS1 games off of an actual PS1. Won't say that'll be anytime soon, but that would be really interesting to pull off. Doing a Let's Play like that. We used to have like the original Spyro games on there. And we definitely had Crash 2 and 3. and Nitro Racing. We also had a Land Before Time game on the PS1, as well as some of the Harry Potter games. You know the ones. You know which Harry Potter games I'm talking about. So, but yeah, we don't have all of our PS1 library anymore. So I'd have to look to see what we do have, and even if it's possible to still get certain ones. I'd like to get some of the OG Spyro games back. The one I used to play on that one the most, funny enough, was Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. And I say I played on it the most because that was the game where I would put it in, I would boot it up, and I just play it. Like not actually playing the game with the intent of playing the game, but just like I go in, pick a female skater, which I think there were only like 2 options at the time, and the first level was just this campus map, and I would just skate around. I would just pick whatever song was in its MP3 list and pick out my favorites and just skate around while listening to that. I didn't care about getting the points or doing the challenges. Sometimes I did attempt the challenges, and sometimes I did manage to make it to the 2nd level, but other than that, I didn't care about actually playing the game for the challenges. I just pretended that I was the skater girl, and I was either a college student or I like lived in the area, and I'm just going around on my skateboard. So I'd say that was like the first game that created an instant of me just playing a game for the sake of having fun. I really do feel like that's the mark of a good game. When you go into the world and you kind of craft your own story just by like walking around and not even necessarily doing anything. So yeah. Maybe I'll do that one on this channel. It would be an interesting feel. Actually, I believe that was one of the games that got remade a couple years back, the Tony Hawk Pro Skaters 1 and 2. So that'd be a fun comparison video. Like, start by playing the original Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, then get into doing that reboot and just see if it still gives the same feeling. Yeah. I think that's about all I can think of about talking in here. So you know what? For the rest of this video, it's just gonna be some royalty-free music that may or may not be Minecraft music. I guess if it was Minecraft music, then it technically wouldn't be royalty-free, it'd be copyright, but it we'll say it sounds close to it. That I think it does. So yeah, I'll be definitely coming with you guys with some more Minecraft. Maybe get into some exploration or checking out that sick cave that I found a couple videos back. And of course I also hope to bring you guys Jack 2 in the near future. Just again, it's back to the issue of things at work are picking up, which is a good thing for my paycheck. Maybe not a good thing for when wanting to do games, but hey, it is what it is. So it may still be a while on that Jack 2, but it is coming. And regardless of what my next video is, I'll definitely be letting you guys know how Tidewater Comic Con went. Alright, so see you guys later, and enjoy the rest of this video.